This video covers Step 3, Nest, of the 4-step Choreo build process. On the Files tab of the Import step, set the quantities of each file to be nested by clicking in the Quantity column and changing the value or setting the quantity at the bottom and clicking Set. Click on the Next button to add the toolpaths, then click on the Next button again to nest. If the Disable Nest checkbox is checked, each part will be put on the default sheet size individually at a quantity of 1. To nest all the parts on a single sheet, remove the Disable Nest checkmark and click on Apply and Renest. The default nest style is block nesting. To turn on random shape nesting, put a check in the Random True Shape Nesting. This will give a tighter nest, but will take longer. Note that random shape nesting will nest parts inside of other parts, while block shape nesting will not. Random shape nesting is an option. Checking Nest by Group will nest parts by their group. The group can be set back on the Set Cut Parameters tab in the Import step. The default group is the file name. In the next section, the default sheet size can be set. If the sheet size is not large enough to nest all the parts, additional sheets will be added. Sheets can also be selected automatically from the sheet library. Setting up the sheet library and remnant tracking is covered in another video. Tube settings is used to set up tube cutting and is also covered in another video. The part clearance and sheet edge clearance is the distance from the outside of a cut to either the sheet edge or to an adjoining cut. The sheet can be cut off at the end of the parts by selecting Do Material Cutout at the end of each sheet. Select the side in the process, and the line will be shown where the cutoff will be. To improve the random shape nest, the Tuning tab can be selected. On this page, various parameters can be set to make the nest tighter. The trade-off is that the nesting process will take longer. The first slider is Resolution. This can be set for a tight nest or a fast nest. Tighter nests take longer, but are better as they will use less material. The next slider is Fill Direction. The sheet can be filled from bottom to top or from left to right. If the Auto box is selected, the direction will be selected automatically. The Part Rotation step is the amount in degrees that the part will be rotated to try to get a good nest. This can be used to control grain direction. The lower the number, the tighter the nest will be, but the longer it will take. If the parts can be flipped, select the axis that it can be flipped, either X or Y. The nester will pre-rotate certain parts to get a good nest. The max tilt is the amount in degrees that the part can be pre-rotated. The Start Point to Sheet Edge Clearance is the minimum distance from any start point to the edge of the sheet. Checking the Ignore Sheet Priorities box will ignore the sheet priorities that are set if the sheet library is being used, and will find the best nest regardless of the sheet priority. Nesting can be somewhat of an art. On any particular set of parts, don't be afraid to try various settings to get the best nest. This concludes Step 3, Nest.